What is up, y'all? It is your boy Winston Wolf. I'm back. I just want to do a quick review. The fan and the air conditioning is on. I'm not going to have to shut it off. You already know how this goes. The Penguin episode 2. HBO, what are you doing? You dropped the first one on Thursday. Then you dropped the second one on the Sunday after the next Thursday. What are you doing? You had us scared there for a second. I thought they just put out the pilot episode and was like, oh, y'all like this? Okay, we'll sit back, wait for us to film the rest of the season. We'll be back. Don't do that to us. HBO, listen to me. Don't do that to us. Okay? Consistency is the key. The same day. Consistency. Ask anybody who's constipated. Consistency. Okay? But episode 2, anybody that's really into, especially binge watching shows, you might notice that the second episode is a little bit of a downer from the first episode. First episode is always good because most of the time that's the pilot episode. They got to get all the execs hooked. And then after they're hooked, after the audience is hooked, then you start building the show with the second episode. So that's kind of what this is. There's a couple of things that kind of worry me from what I've seen, though. I like the Sophia. I like her. But this is a Penguin show, and we already have him sharing a lot of... 98% of his screen time with his sidekick? So I can deal with a little less Sophia. I have a feeling she's going to be dead by the end of the season, or she's going to be back in Arkham. So if they ever do another season, there's going to be somebody else, but she'll be gone. And I kind of already... I get the character. I get it. Crazy lady, homicidal lady. Got it. That's all I need. I really don't need that much of her every episode. Okay? The sidekick character, again, I've been fooled by first episodes of shows like Sandman. Yo. I loved the first episode of Sandman. I had high hopes for that. Very quickly, it went off a cliff like a suicide jumper. It got unbearable. Terrible. Okay? So I was really hoping they weren't going to do that with this. I would have been heartbroken. But so far, like I said, it's a second episode. As with every show, it's a letdown from the first one. So I'm not stressing it that much. And I like the dynamic between the sidekick. I can't remember his name. Ralph? I don't know. Doesn't matter. The sidekick. I'm liking the dynamic pause between him and Penguin. I think he's seeing a lot of himself in this kid. That was real pause-worthy. But, I'm really liking how they interact, pause. I'm just going to stop talking about them two together, okay? Because we're going to be pausing it up for the next hour if I don't. And I'm loving the way Colin Farrell is portraying the Penguin. Because in a lot of media with the Penguin, he's he's a mob boss, but he's not the smartest guy. He's not the most savvy guy. I don't know how it is in the comic books, but the video games, everything, he's a mob boss, but he's not that big of a threat to Batman. And he's never the main mastermind behind things. In this, he's playing it well to where he's aware of how people view him, and he's using that to his advantage. So he's a lot smarter and a lot more savvy than we know because we're the audience, but everybody else, they all have this view of him. And he wants them to keep that view. So that, if something really complicated happens, they're going to be like, that's not Oswald. He can't do that, and he loves that aspect of it. And as an audience, I hope everyone loves it as much as I do. I just love the way he's portraying the Penguin. The bad thing is, I don't think they're going to keep this up when he's back in the movies. Because when you watch the Batman, the Pattinson Batman, it's not that he's dumb or anything, but he definitely just seems like your run-of-the-mill Gotham hoodlum type person, Joker is always thinking 7 steps ahead. He doesn't have plan B. He has plan Y and Z and X and all that. Penguin's never been, portrayed like that. And I like how they're doing it here. And I hope that the reason that they're doing this is because they're going to introduce that aspect in the next two movies. Because I don't think we're getting more than a trilogy. So they're going to have to fit all this in the next two movies. Pause. Man, there was something else about that episode that I really liked. Oh well, I like the whole episode. I thought it was great. HBO's doing it. And I also read that they're doing a Bane solo movie and a Deathstroke solo movie. Now, I don't think those would interact with this universe. Maybe Deathstroke, but I want to see more characters brought into this. And I'm looking for like Easter eggs, and I saw that the psychiatrist in the beginning of this episode, he's some kind of villain. But from what I've read about it, it's not interesting. It's not what I want. And just give us something with these other villains. Because you see the question mark symbol from the Riddler in the background in a couple scenes. Somebody said that someone's ticket says Metropolis. I don't know if that was in the Batman movie or one of these episodes. That's okay, but I need it a little more out there. Pause. I need for them to spotlight and highlight that a little bit more. I don't care if people are like, I don't like fan service. Shut up. That's all the good things about these movies is fan service. It's just varying, varying levels of it. That's why I don't want to go see Beetlejuice. Because I can guarantee, somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I can guarantee at some point in Beetlejuice, the new one, what is it, Beetlejuice? I can guarantee that they're going to do that stupid Banana Boat song or whatever it was, that Daylight Come song. Pause. I guarantee they're going to do it, and that's the kind of fan service I do not like. I don't like that. I think it's lame. I think it's lazy. I think it's catering to the dumbest people in the audience, to the people that are way too easy to please. Pause. I didn't know if that's pause worthy, but like I said before, you got to be careful about these things. All right? Drop the pause. Even if you feel a little bit pause, that you might have to drop the pause. Drop it. You'll thank me later, okay? But give us more obvious fan service. Pause. That's probably the only thing that I'm really missing about this. Because like I said before, I keep forgetting this is Batman related. On one hand, that's good because they're not using that as a crutch. But at the same time, it's Batman related. Not once do I recall them in this, maybe in the previous episode, but in this episode, I don't never hear them or mention Batman. Be like, have you heard about that crazy guy running around with the pointy ears and everything? None of that. I don't hear none of that. I need a little bit of that. I need a little bit. Pause. Let's see. 0 to 10 Dog Bones, episode 2. Since it's the second episode, and like I said, you get that little dip in the action. Pause. This is like criticizing someone you care about. I don't want to frivolously. 6. That's a good 6. Pause. That's a very good 6. Pause. Okay? I don't want no one to take that the wrong way. Pause. But I give it the 6 for the exact reasons that I mentioned before. Because it's going to come right back up. Pause. Penguin episode 2. The train's still rolling. Pause. This your boy Winston Wolf. I'm out.